Well, I think it goes back to the burnout, the finding joy in the workplace piece too. I mean, I will say, the facility prior to Piedmont, that Piedmont acquired, it was, Newton General Medical, right? Changed names multiple times. I came there probably 2 years after graduating nursing school. It was a very, small community hospital. Again, I was used to working for a large trauma center. I did high risk OB, so we had a lot of sick mamas. They would fly them in. I absolutely loved OB. Okay, it was kind of my life. It was my home. So we all, as nurses, we always have homes, right? And OB will always be my home. And just some backstory on that, I've always said, hey, when I left OB, like, hey, I want to find a position. I want to find my home. I need another home. I was never really fully, I guess, satisfied, with being in GI or being in education. It didn't really, it didn't keep my interest, I guess, because I get bored very easily. And I have probably a nerdy side to myself, so I enjoy, the challenges that healthcare brings. And I think that's what, Piedmont did. I mean, I did multiple roles at, Newton prior to Piedmont, but Piedmont opened really a huge, opportunity for me, professionally and personally, to grow. It allowed me to, have challenges that I never would have experienced, had I stayed at, one facility. I had to really learn how to, work in a collaborative group, with people outside of my, arena. That was very different than before because you're really with an intimate, small hospital, and now you're with a system and you're working with people from supply chain and communications, even outside of, our distributors, things like that. And just really being able to do that, I think, has perked my interest. But I mean, I will say, I think I was, like you said, I mean, it's a complete, I think, a God thing. It's a blessing, to me, to be able to have been here this long. I plan on probably finishing my career out here, if they will have me, if they'll keep me, right? Um, and I want to do a good job for them. But I think the thing for me that, is important is really just to stay, on top of infection prevention. Right after COVID, what we've done is really looked at, hey, this is the way we've done our standard work. This is the way we've looked at HAI reduction. And, my thing is, let's shake it up a little bit. If I get bored, let's shake it up because, maybe it's not working, and what has been probably the most interesting to me, working for a large system, is we standardized everything, but now we're going back and saying, hey, I think this facility over here, I think they have something going on, or, in a good way, right? And I think we can learn something from them, and let's utilize it at other facilities. And maybe every facility isn't as cookie cutter, right, as we thought they were in the beginning. So really being able to go and provide that foundation, from the standard work, but also customize, that particular facility's needs. And really it goes back on the community. It goes back to the leadership that's there, the staff that's there. Are they having, recruiting issues? Because we have several facilities that, it's very difficult to recruit.